Hello everyone and welcome. This is the Silent K and today we're playing some MekHQ. And I say MekHQ even though there is MegaMek on the screen. Yes, Varang, here I am. And hello also to Mr. McGorilla who joins us in the chat today. So just real quick to recap, because the consensus is we can wrap up this battle and call it done. And there was even one vote saying that we should be able to claim the victory point or the support point for the mash truck, making it all the way across. We do have our entire lance. Scarponi is... yeah, Scarponi's the only one whose armor is in the yellow, and that right arm that he fell on and damaged the PPC is his weakest point. We did still have a guillotine, a galleon, and a pair of griffins to deal with, but most of our mechs are in pretty good shape. Looks like there's also a sensor return up here. I think that was a... wasn't a galleon. I don't remember what that was, but I'm guessing it wasn't too consequential. But the general consensus seems to be that we can go ahead and declare a victory on this. So I will go ahead and do that if I can type. And yeah, I think we're ready to skip everybody's movement. Oh, alright, we still need to have... oh, we're gonna have to declare victory again because we didn't have anyone declaring defeat when we did that. So yeah. Oh, what did I do? Double click and it did a thing. Let's see if it goes away when I do this though. Alright, everyone admits defeat. We can skip everybody's movement. Hopefully the game doesn't freeze up while an immobile unit tries to force withdrawal. Alright, the round report, everyone sinks 0 heat. The pilot of the Battlemaster stays unconscious and Team 1 has achieved all victory conditions. Mr. McGorilla, hello, good morning. Glad you could join us. We do always save the salvage just in case things go wrong when we're closing out the mission. Let's see, the survivors are, that was a striker up there in the far corner, I believe. Vernita and the Wolverine got no kills. The Galleon got away. The Marauder, piloted by Tentacle Shogun, got 4 kills. We'll have to check that out. That might be worth an award. Zero Chew and the Quickdraw got 2 kills. Scarponi and the Warhammer got 1. Darren Limbrick and the Orion got 2 kills, according to my notes. Battlemaster is captured, having needed an 11 or better to wake up and not getting it. So as soon as the mash truck makes its way across the map, we're going to go and surround that Battlemaster until it wakes up and force them to eject, basically. Victor Rama and the Grasshopper also got 2 kills by my count, and Stiletto and the Cronus got 3. Didn't we have a Wolverine? Yes, the Wolverine, Vernita Formosa. I've got in my notes that she dealt the crippling blow on the Battlemaster. So she's going to be credited with that kill if it's available. So let's go ahead and... whoa. Did we control the battlefield? I don't know. And it won't let me go back to find out. Moderate damage to the Warhammer, including an ERPVC that got critted on from falling damage, like I mentioned before. Everyone else in pretty good shape, mostly just armor damage, no one taking any wounds. Alright, so kill assignment. The MegaMek goes to the Grasshopper. The The J-27 was one of ours, the Battlemaster. We do get credit for that, and that goes to the Wolverine. That is Vernita. The Copper was one of ours. The APC was one of ours. The Phoenix Hawk should go to the Orion. Where's the Phoenix Hawk? Okay, yeah, we got credit for that already. Reached the east edge with 50%. We failed that objective, but we did make it across with the MASH truck, which is worth a support point at least, which is the important thing. We did preserve. I guess the foot platoons made it off of the entry edge. One of them was down to like 6 guys, so I'll only take credit for one of those. Actually, this is where the support points come in. I'm taking credit for neither of those, because only the MASH truck made it across to get us a support point. We did force withdrawal of just about everything on the enemy side, except for the guillotine and 2 griffins and a couple of small tanks. And we can call that a victory, or we can call that a marginal victory. I'm going to call that a marginal victory because our objective was to provide some, to get 50% of the convoy across the map, and that we did not achieve. We did rout the enemy pretty thoroughly, and we did get a support point for the MASH truck, but other than that, we basically failed. And other than that, we've got nothing on the docket imminently. We are going to need some repairs to these 2 lances as soon as they come back from deployment. Real quick, let me go through the daily log. We did have the unit market updated. We purchased a Marauder, if I recall. Contract market updated, which we're not interested, being mid-contract already. Enemy morale is now low, and there is a special scenario this month. Convoy escort mission is the one we just finished. Lots of people gained an XP for the first of the month. Maintenance on the quick draw remains B, but trending upwards with the exception of the left torso, which is dropping in quality. Also, actually, yeah, the left arm is quality E, the center torso is quality E, the right torso is quality E, the left leg is quality D. That endosteel is turning out to be very hard to maintain for our current level of technician. We've got some ammo and some ammunition and some armor in, ammunition and armor in. We failed to fix the sensors on the APC, but I think we got someone else started on that. That was the APC. Yeah, somebody's already working on that. Couldn't tell you who offhand. Let's see. The Jenner 7F Mark III is done being refitted, so we should check that guy out. Jenner 7F Mark III, currently undamaged, being maintained but not crewed. That is an XL engine with double heat sinks, full max armor, medium lasers as they were in the left and right arms, replacing the SRM-4 with a pair of medium pulses in the left and right torso, and a small laser in the head. So that is, other than ferrofibrous, which might save us a ton or half a ton, that is just about ready to roll. Can we customize it further? We've got the Sakura variant, which I made in my practice run. It does have the maximum jumping capacity by trading 2 medium pulse lasers for 3 medium lasers. I don't know if that's a trade-off I necessarily want to do. As much as I would love for the Jenner 7F to have a movement profile of 7-11-7, because I really like that movement profile. I don't know where I'm going to get. I mean, I could go ferrofibrous and get the ton that way. You know what? Let's go ahead and throw this in the mech lab and see what we can do. Oh, armor type ferrofibrous is not available. Oh, because tech level is standard. Let's go advanced ferrofibrous. We've got 6 wasted armor points, but we don't need to reallocate anything. That gives us half a ton. Actually, we're going to have to go down to 6.5 tons, which means we have to pull 3 points of armor. We'll pull 1 from each leg and 1 from the head. Because honestly, the difference between 11 hit points in the head and 12 is minimal. Anything that does 12 points of damage to the head is going to kill you either way. And the odds of racking up 11 points of damage but not exceeding 12 are vanishingly small. That's a medium laser and 3 machine guns or SRMs. You're much more likely to just take a couple mediums and an SRM, or, you know, a Gauss rifle or something like that. So yeah, I don't have a problem dropping a point of armor off of the head. So we can bump up the jump jets, we can assign some criticals. Let's go ahead like that. Oh, this is gonna bother me if it's not just right. We're gonna go medium pulses in the side torsos. We're gonna go medium lasers in the arms. And the small laser was, I forget if that was in the head or the center torso. That was in the head. The jump jets, I kind of want to do 2 in each leg and the rest in the torsos, just to keep us from losing hip and foot and leg actuators as much as possible. Unfortunately, we can't put heat sinks in the legs and get ourselves some extra cooling when we're in water, because those double heat sinks just don't fit in the legs, which is sad, but also kind of unavoidable. And that is going to be 3 jump jets in the torso. So even when we are standing in hip deep water, we can still jump 3 hexes. Or do we want to do a compromise? Do we want to do 2 in the legs and 5 in the torso? I think yes, that's the plan. Then we can throw heat sinks in the torso as well to pack out those engine crits. And we can call that done. That's going to take us 7,770 minutes. Gauss rifle seems to be head magnets. Yes. Yeah, very much so. Even more than autocannon 20s, because an autocannon 20 hit to the head is a lot rarer than a Gauss rifle hit, because the Gauss rifle can hit you from across the map and just randomly just delete your mech. Whereas an autocannon 20, you know you're getting close to something that can mess you up. Adding some ferrofibrous to the left arm, we can do that. Although it's really just a bookkeeping issue. As long as we have open crit spaces, it doesn't really matter where the ferrofibrous gets put. It's really just a limitation on how many crits you can occupy. Where they are, they're considered reroll spots. So like when it's determining what you're going to hit in the arm, it randomly assigns a crit to the shoulder, the arm, or the 2 medium lasers. The ferrofibrous don't count in that respect. So where the ferrofibrous goes is less of a concern, unless you just feel like being super OCD about it, which I do. We will go ahead and begin that refit, and we will look for someone who can do that on 12. We'll give that to Sosik, who can do that. And we will call that Jenner 7F Mark IV. Oh, okay. Can we call it the Mark V? Oh, keep forgetting enter doesn't work for that. Maintenance refit, replacing all the armor, yes. Alright, so that Jenner is going to be It's gonna be difficult to maintain. But other than that, it is going to be a highly operating, peak efficiency kind of machine. We could replace the medium pulses with medium lasers and get a little more firepower out of it, but we wouldn't be able to use those medium lasers unless we added some heat sinks or unless we kept it limited the amount of jumping that we do. So as much as I love medium lasers, there is a time and a place, and there is a quantity, and I feel like we have reached that quantity. So yeah, that is the Jenner taken care of. That was the XP, that is sensors. We got the right arm on the longbow, it's just waiting on the cockpit. We got the gyro on the longbow, it's just waiting on the cockpit. Dulfikar is replacing the cockpit, that'll be... He is spending... He's spending 120 minutes a day on that cockpit, which I did not realize initially, but that should be done tomorrow, at least, which is good. Okay, so Shada actually rolled at 10 on that Generific kit, got it done early. The Rifleman is going to be another 50 days, the Warhammer is going to be another 13 days. The Hunchback is mothballed, a bunch of parts that we can't find, like endosteel parts. We did earn 37.25 million C-bills for payout, and then we promptly paid out 1 million C-bills in salaries and expenses. We failed to fix the sensors on the APC. Do we have someone working on that now? Yes, we do. We did scrap those apparently last week, or probably the week before, because we didn't do anything last week besides that friggin' battle. We did buy a Marauder 3M. Kumi and Zaruhi improved their hyperspace navigation. They're still technically green, but now they're at the upper echelon of green. Hoser wants a raise and a better artist to paint stuff on his mech if we're making that much money. We can see about hiring someone. I mean, do you want a mural on the side of your mech? Is that what you want? We'll see what we can do. We did gain 24,000 in C-bills for the Warhammer's damage. Sistine, awesome. Hi, Amisa, how's it going? I'm glad you could join us. Welcome to the party. Yeah, we could get the modern day or postmodern or whatever Michelangelo to paint all of how many kills on the side of the Warhammer? Awesome. Excuse me. Oh, wow. Don't know where my head went for a second there. The Orion got 43,000 C-bills in damage. The Grasshopper got about 10,000. The Marauder was 54,000 years, makes no difference. The Wolverine was 28, going on 29. The Quick Draw was 18.5. The Spider was 4,500. Cronus was 15,000 C-bills, and that is mostly going to be armor. How much armor have we still got? Armor standard. We're sitting on 1,600 points, which should be plenty. So other than fixing up Galatea and Aleutian Lance to do more scouting, I like it, yeah. I'm sure you do. We do have this hostile mech base, which is providing support and reinforcements to all the enemy battles that we've been doing. And it's been kind of a pain in the butt. And I was thinking about sending Tonga Lance, mainly so we could get those eerily accurate PPCs into the fray. I don't know what the Op4 is going to look like. I was debating between Mariana and Tonga because Galatea and Aleutian obviously are still deployed. But I thought maybe the Heavy Lance would incur less resistance, and if we reinforce, we can reinforce with Mariana. Whereas if we deploy Mariana and reinforce with Tonga, I just feel like it's going to be less effective. At least that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So we will... Do we want to advance a day first? Or do we just want to throw Tongalands directly into the fray? I think I would like to advance a day just so that the techs don't get swamped when the entire company's worth of mechs all come back from the field on the same day needing repairs. So unmaintained units, that is... Oh, dang it, that's what happened. We didn't control the battlefield, and the battle master that we were trying to salvage did not get salvaged. That is a shame. We do have this Marauder 3M that we purchased that needs to be mothballed real quick. We'll have Anacito do that. And that should be the only thing, aside from the field gunners, which is an empty unit. Alright, let's finally advance the day to July 2nd after 2 weeks of waiting. Personal market updated. We've got Pat Pigeon, a 37-year-old male veteran mech warrior in a Firestarter FS9H. He's a 3/4 with no special abilities, and I don't think we're interested in a Firestarter. Special scenario, Ace Duel will occur on July 2nd, 3049. Special scenario is today. Deploy a force. Well, I'm glad I didn't deploy Tonga Lance against that mech base, because what I'm about to do, and you're gonna love this, is I'm going to deploy, I'm thinking Hoser. Oh my goodness, we've got 4 suddenly pending missions. That's... Where did those all come from? New scenario. I'm assuming that's the monthly special scenario that we had last week, or that popped up on the 1st of July. I'm not... Okay, new scenario, irregular forces will occur on the 2nd, convoy escort will occur on the 6th, and destroy grounded dropship will occur on the 5th. 2nd, 6th, and 5th. Does that look right? 2nd, 5th, and 6th. Yeah. Okay, so those all line up. That is accurate. Unless anyone wants to volunteer, I think I'm going to send probably Hoser on this mission. Deploy unit, Ace Duel. Let's see what the Op4 looks like when we do that. 2,500 points and Atlas 7D. Now, Hoser could take an Atlas 7D. I have no doubt about that. The question is, do we want to salvage an Atlas 7D? Considering that we already have 2 Atlas 7Ds that have been upgraded to Mark III status, which is double heat sinks and LB10X. Let me just check and see what a heavy unit would bring to the table. Ash. What happens if we deploy Ash to the Ace Duel? Suddenly the Op4 is now a Zeus. A Zeus is actually a pretty cool mech in my book. It's got the autocannon 5, the LRM-15, and a large laser, so it has some good long-range reach out and mess things up potential. It does have a pair of medium lasers for up close. So within 7 hexes, we're looking at an autocannon 5, a large laser, and 2 mediums, which is respectable. That's 23 points of damage at close range. For an 80-ton mech, it's maybe a little underperforming, but for 3025, you kind of expect it to be underperforming. So, Hoser. Question for you. Best name, worst loadout, Zeus? Yeah, I feel like the Zeus is pretty solid, especially once you start upgrading it with advanced tech. I feel like some Endosteel would save, you know, about 4 tons, which would let you upgrade that Autocannon 5 to an LB10X, maybe. I'm a big fan of that LB10X. It's got the same range as an Autocannon 5, but twice the damage. Or then we could replace the LRM-15 with something, I don't know, we could do a lot with a Zeus. I always prefer to use an Orion over a Zeus. I mean, we have an Orion. And that Orion has been performing fairly well, I would say. The question is, do we want an Atlas or do we want the Zeus? Or we could we could undeploy our heavy. We could send out a medium. Except that our medium is still deployed. All of our mediums are still deployed, except for the Blackjack. What would our Blackjack be going up against in this case? I wonder. Higher battle value than the Zeus, which was 1200. We could have Adon Gato or Tsubasa and his Blackjack go up against a Black Knight. That hardly seems fair. Yeah, Black Knight. I don't know if we can take a Black Knight in this Blackjack. So I'm gonna go ahead and undeploy that. Other than that, yeah, it looks like our choices are Atlas, Zeus, or Black Knight. I like our odds against the Zeus. I like our odds against the Atlas. Varank, I'm waiting for you to weigh in on whether you would like Hoser to take point on this one. I'll give you just a second. I'll sip my drink. Like Black Knights a lot, but I don't like Blackjack versus a Black Knight. Hoser's fine with going? Alright. We will see how quickly and how efficiently, how cleanly we can stay at long range. Yeah. We should have a reroll because Hoser should have at least 1 point of all the leadership skills being a PC character. Let me just double check that. Yeah, Tactics 2, Strategy 1, Leadership 1. So he should have 2 rerolls. I have XP for sniping yet? Not yet. You're at 48 still. You need 60 for that. So you're 12 points shy. If you beat this Atlas, that'll put you within 10 points. That said, you are a 2-3 pilot with a weapon specialization, so you're effectively a 0-3 pilot with those PPCs, which I'm pretty confident with. As long as we stay far enough away from this Atlas, and he is a 3-4 in an Atlas. I'm thinking his most dangerous weapon at those ranges is going to be an autocannon, or is going to be the LRM-20. The map size is small. It's 20 by 20, so we're going to have a hard time keeping him at long range, I think. We could reroll the time of day into night and try to slow him down a bit. The only problem is, if we bust our searchlights, we're going to have to get in close to see him. Ooh, we've got weathered, or you've got weathered. So we could definitely change the weather to... Let me just double check here. Yeah, weathered. We're gonna edit this just so that we can look at this stuff. Weathered. Does not suffer the initial -1 to hit due to weather conditions. So yeah, let's go ahead and throw in some rain, I'm thinking. Where are we at? Okay, so we're gonna throw in some rain, maybe some dusk dawn, so that he's gonna be effectively a 5-4 and we're effectively gonna be a 1-3. with the dusk dawn. It will mean that we've only got visibility out to, I think, 14 hexes, but I think I'm fine with that. And that's a Savannah Flatlands map. So that's going to be planetary conditions. We're going with dusk dawn. And we're going with light rain. And this game board has a little bit of elevation, but not a lot. Oh yeah, I'm excited for this too. This is 100 tons juggernaut. Autocannon 20 is going to be scary. We're deploying in the south, he's deploying in the north, so he does have to cross the map to get close enough. Okay, so this is our map. We're on the high ground for what that's worth. We will start here so that we could 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we're gonna run turn 1 and we're gonna walk turn 2. And hopefully we're gonna have eyes on him by then. Everyone's at 100%. We do not have eyes on or sensors on. Let's go to mag scan and move this puppy. Alright, we still do not have eyes on. He must be over in this corner. So we'll skip firing this turn. Oh, now I've got a sensor return. Okay. So we're going to advance at a walk. That gives us partial cover through all of these hexes. Okay, we're not going to have partial cover this turn. Next turn we can turn and walk into this hex. Actually, we could do that now. Yeah, let's go ahead and run this turn into that hex. So we've got partial cover. And we've still got eyes on nothing. Okay. We're gonna... Oh, he came quick. I was about to say, we're gonna let him come to us, but all of a sudden he is like 6 hexes closer than he was. Yeah, we are going to... I think I want to back up. That'll take a 3 to back up over the hex change. We got the 3, we got it with a 5. He is firing at us, presumably the LRM-20 needs an 8. We need 8s to hit him as well. And a 10 with the large laser. We'll go ahead and do that. He did hit us with 12 LRMs to the right torso, right leg, and left torso. And we hit him with a large laser to the right torso. Down to 24 armor there. We're down to 19 on our right torso, down to 22 on our left torso. He's down to 24 on his right. Okay, we are going to continue backing up. And we're going to continue shooting at him, only now we need 5. So hopefully, and I'm crossing my fingers as I say this, Hoser has historically had bad luck on 5s. But that is right torso, and right leg with the PPC is very nice. Good grouping, we're down to 4 armor on that right torso. Where does he keep his ammo? I don't recall offhand. But he keeps some of it in his right torso. He keeps some in the left as well. Right leg is down to 31. And he needs 11s and 7s and missed with everything. He needs a 5 to stay standing, gets an 11. He's at 4 heat, we're at 2. So he's going to have to cool it with some of that stuff. There was a double dice off. We both rolled 9s, then we both rolled 10s. And then they beat us with a 13 versus our 9. So he's 1 initiative this turn. We're going to continue backing up, trying to keep that distance as much as possible. And then we've got him at medium range. That is going to be 5s again. And a 9 with the large laser for 3 over. I think we'll do it. We hit him in the right leg, the right torso, and the left torso. We've gone internal on the right torso, down to 15 structure, but no crit. The large laser misses. He needs to hit us on 12s and 8s, and he misses with everything. Needs a 5 to stay standing, gets a 6. We're at 3 heat, he's at 1. And we've lost initiative going into round 6 again. We're going to back up in this direction. I know technically it makes us not any further from him this turn, but then next turn I'm thinking we'll back up 1 turn twice, and then we'll start sprinting off this way. We'll see how that works. In the meantime, we've still got him at medium range. He's looking a bit torn up, especially that right torso, which we're not in his right arc or anything. We've just been getting lucky on the clustering rolls. We've got him on 4s and 8s, and that'll put us at 4 over. We hit him in the left torso and the left arm, down to 12 and 24. Large laser to the left torso, down to 4 armor. And he missed us on 11s. He did land 12 LRMs to the center torso, right arm, and left torso. And then he needs a 5 to stay standing, gets a 7. Game heard you about the right side targeting there? Yeah, we've been getting real lucky with those clusters. Or with the grouping, I should say. We've won initiative going into round 7. He's probably going to charge us. He's at 84.7%. We're still at 96.16%. And yeah, he is absolutely charging us. We can go this way and be moderately evasive. We're at medium range. We've got him on 6s. We're going to have to cool it with the large laser this turn. That'll put us at 6. Unfortunately, we don't have him with anything else. That's going to be just PPCs today. Have I thought about adding a charger to the mech stables? Only in as much as I would love to customize a charger. I don't know how I would feel about a stock charger in the stable. I could see maybe giving that to someone like, was it Ash who started with more piloting than gunnery? Or I think it was Earl Sinclair started with more piloting than gunnery. But if I was to bring in a charger, a 3K, which one's the 3K? I'm not familiar with the 3K at all. The CGR-1 is what it's called, isn't it? The basic melee charging charger. Does it have like spikes and stuff? Because spikes and things like that really came into the game after the peak of when I was playing back in the day, and I haven't really picked all of that up since then. Oh, not just in general. Yeah, chargers are really good at what they do. If you can get a charger rolling 8 hexes before it connects, you're in for a world of hurt. And Hoser takes 12 damage down the right side, including a lucky through armor crit through the right arm to the PPC, with 17 armor remaining when we're down to 2 PPCs. That's a shame. And then with the 3 PPCs that we fired this turn, we hit him in the left leg twice. He's down to 21 armor. A charger piloted by Vin Diesel. And again, he needs a 5 and gets a 7, so he's not going down yet. He's taking a cooldown turn. We've won initiative. He is charging on us still. We could get him at 6 hexes. Okay. Draconis Combines 3K was an upgrade of the 1A9 that used an upgraded XL engine to raise the charger's top speed back to 86.4. So there were mods that slowed it down, and then this brings it back. with the 400 XL. We would much rather be at 7 hexes than 6 hexes? No. 6 hexes is good for the PPCs, better than the autocannon, or better than the LRMs. Or are you worried about the, autocannon 20? Is that why you want to be at long range for the autocannon? Because I don't know if we can do 7 hexes from him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, in order to get 7 hexes away from him, we would actually have to turn to the left and continue down in this direction towards this corner. But back to the Draconis Combine's 3K charger. The head-mounted small laser was removed. The medium lasers were swapped for medium pulse lasers. And the LRM-20 launcher was mated with an Artemis 4 fire control system to improve accuracy. And a 5th jump jet mounted in the rear torso. 150 meter jump distance. So that's 5 hexes. So it's a 585. Alright, we're going to maintain 6 hexes. So it's a 585 with an LRM-20. Medium pulse lasers, and presumably still some medium lasers, or just all medium pulses. We've got him on 4s and an 8. That's, oh man, our heat efficiency has gone through the roof because we're only firing 2 PPCs now. All MPLs. Okay. And let's see if he hits us. He needs 10s. He did hit us with a medium laser to the center torso critical for no effect. Yeah, if we'd been 1 hex further away, that would have all been 12s. He would have missed with the medium laser, but we would have missed with a PPC that we would have hit with at 7 hexes. We hit him in the left arm for 10. He's down to 14, and the large laser to the right leg down to 13. We are wearing through his armor, but there is a great potential for him to wear through ours a lot quicker if he gets any closer. We're at 86%, he's at 78%. We're at 2700, he's at 19, almost 2000. We'll see, we've won initiative, he has advanced on us, and we want to pick up 3 hexes of evasion, a range of 6, and turned this way so we can get away next turn. I like it. And yeah, missing on a 4 was pretty lame. But let's see what we've got. We've got 5s this turn, and a 9, versus his 10s. And we've got partial cover. Alright, he hit us in the left torso with a medium laser. We're down to 15. We hit him in the left torso and the left, well, would have been the left leg. We were internal on his left torso. We are now internal on the left and right torso, which is where he keeps his ammo. So we might not be salvaging this guy after all. His torso is still at nearly 50 points. So the odds of us going through his center torso or his head before we touch off his ammo is getting smaller and smaller by the turn. We did win initiative going into round 10. We're at 85%, he's at 77%, and he is crippled and withdrawing. Oh, you are not getting off the map that easily, my friend. We will 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, I want to be close range to him. I want the kill. He can torso twist, he could swing one of his medium lasers at us, but that's about it. We've got him on 3s and 5s and 7s. We'll go 4 heat over on 3s, 5s, and 7s. Alright, we hit him in the right arm, we hit him in the center torso. Those were both strong areas. We hit him in the left arm, that's down to 6. Medium laser to the right leg, medium laser to the left torso, where he keeps his LRM-20 ammo, which explodes, dealing 20 damage. 20 damage to the left torso. The auto-eject system is engaged. Pilot ejects safely. Destroyed by ejection. 20 damage to the left torso transfers to the center torso, leaving it with 21 internal structure. And a medium laser to the right arm, leaving it with 19 armor. So, that was funny. We breached his left torso armor. We did damage, but the auto-eject is what killed him. If it hadn't been for his auto-eject, he'd still be in the fight. Alright, let's go pick up that pilot. And we've picked up pilot Helena Dejernes. Yeah, that's a kill for Hoser. That's 2 XP. That's an Atlas that we can salvage potentially. Yes, we controlled the battlefield. No, we didn't take hardly any damage, just some LRMs scattered around. And a lucky through armor crit to that right arm. No wounds, no injuries. Atlas is inoperable. Oh, bother. We're above our percentage. We can't salvage the Atlas. But that is 4 million C-bills in the bank towards what we can salvage next time. Or at least we can salvage 20% of 4 million next time, which is 800,000. So it's a shame that we don't get to keep the Atlas. But it's not bad that we get credit for it. We get the XP, we get the money, we get the captured pilot, we get the kill, we get the objectives. We can call that a decisive victory, I think. Helena Dejernes, that's going to be a Dauphine patient. Do you remove dropship salvage? Suddenly getting 300 million in salvage is ridiculous. No, I don't think I did anything as far as the dropship salvage. If we're able to salvage a dropship, we may be able to keep it. Or we may be able to just rack in all the monies. 20% of 300 million, which is what, 60 million? But hey, if our employer is managing to pull a dropship out of a mission that we do, I would take 60 million for it. I would call that fair. I'd call that more than fair. Hoser calls it Panic Day. He's having an Atlas painted on the chest. Yeah, I would too. And I love that the mech was still intact. It was just the auto-eject. That to me is hilarious. Eventually we'll run out of mech canvas and we'll need tattoos or something. Can you imagine how many tattoos he would need to get? We've also got Irregular Forces, which is supposedly happening today. Randomly generated Monday mission. We've got primary op 4 of 2,500. That's a galleon, a darter, a galleon, and a saladin. We've got op 4 infantry at 1,200. We've got op 4 irregulars at 2,500. That's a demolition mech, a pompier, a mash truck, coolant truck, a cargo mech, a jabberwocky. We've got reinforcements. That must be 8,000. 8,048 points. Okay. That is a 2-3 in a warhammer and a 1-2 in a longbow. That's scary. That's a 3-5 and a Crusader, which is nothing to sneer at either, and a 3-6 and a Champion. Those reinforcements are not to be trifled with. And we've got a Mauna Kea, a Sea Skimmer, and a pair of Neptunes. And we're supposed to be bringing what forces with us? We've got the comm center coordinating the hostile forces, bringing in additional forces. We've got mech reinforcements from the mech base that we need to do something about. We've got the local garrison boats, but it doesn't tell us which lance we need to bring, which is good because we only have one lance ready. That's Mariana. So the mech base is gonna have to wait. Convoy escort is not today. Irregular forces is today. Alright, so I think irregular forces with Mariana Lance is how we're going to commit. Alright, and then we'll have 3 days before the grounded dropship mission, which apparently is not even on the map, I don't think. Convoy escort. Base. Yeah, no. The dropship mission isn't even on the map. So we will have to deploy that from the TO&E. And then the convoy escort isn't until the next day. Hopefully we can have something repaired and ready for that by then. So we've got Mariana Lance against a couple galleons on a Saladin, some infantry, some irregulars. It's really just the reinforcements that we need to worry about. And this is light urban 35 by 35 frozen city, daylight clear, calm, light fog. You know what? If this is Mariana Lance, we've got some good range on these mechs. I think I want to re-roll the light fog, and I don't mean re-roll that like randomly, I mean like using a re-roll to shift that, as we do with our house rolls. So we're going to select the map as soon as it lets us. Not the generated map settings, we want planetary conditions, and we're going to go with no fog. And it looks like this is actually going to be a really cool map. We've got some ledges off to the east and west sides. We've got a river across the center of the map. Cool, literally. Actually, I know there's snow on the ground, but the temperature is actually 25 degrees Celsius. So we're not looking at issues with infantry surviving. We're not looking at heat effects as far as like cooling the mechs. If we had another reroll, we would consider maybe cooling things down to where they don't have infantry. Perfect weather. I don't know Celsius that well, but 25 is what, kind of on the cool side, right? That's what, like about 60 or 65 Fahrenheit, I think. It's a bit above room temperature. Okay, so like 80 degrees Fahrenheit. This is a Crusader 5S, which has its auto-eject disabled because presumably it has case. Has a flamer in the right arm. LRM 15's in the arms, SRM 6's in the legs, medium lasers. Ubiquitous, stabilized, easy to maintain, good deal. Standard Crusader stuff, except it has case. This standard engine, double heat sinks, that's important. Good armor. And case in the right and center torso. Okay. 77 degrees. Okay, so yeah, right between 75 and 80 degrees. Good to know. Case in the center torso, yeah. For all the good that's gonna do. If I was him, I would be pulling ammunition from that center torso as soon as possible. That was LRM ammo in the center torso, if I'm not mistaken. We've got a Warhammer 6R, which is the standard double machine gun, double small laser, probably a full ton of machine gun ammo. Yeah, full ton of machine gun ammo, base bog standard Warhammer. We've got a champion, which has an LB-10X and a pair of mediums and a pair of smalls and an SRM-6. The longbow. This is the 0W, which is the fast bow, which is the one that has no armor, so I'm less worried about that actually. We've also got the Mauna Kea, the Sea Skimmer, and the pair of Neptunes, one short range and one long range. Some infantry. And of course the irregulars. We can change the irregulars. We do just solid red for the irregulars. Or how about the second dragon something? Okay. That gives them a slightly different look. Just for kicks. And we are deploying to the southeast. They're deploying in the northwest and the center. And the naval units are deploying any, which, spoiler alert, they're going to be in the river. Oh, I didn't even look at to see who won initiative. I just skipped right through that. So we're deploying down here. Let's go ahead. We'll put the rifleman here where he can start heading northwards. Oh, there's some of our ice. Terrain factor 40, water depth 0. Okay, so he's standing on the ice, and presumably he needs a 6 on a d6 to break through the ice if he continues traveling on the ice. I don't know where the Mauna Kea is, or the Sea Skimmer is going to deploy, because there is no exposed water on this map. The submarines, excuse me, the submarines should be able to deploy under the water. But beyond that, I don't know. Bridges are construction factor 100, so we want to be careful about crossing those. We'll have Petra in the... Oh. Got field gunners over there. Which field gunners are these? These are autocannon 5 field gunners, and a galleon over here. Let's see if we can get Petra across the bridge as soon as possible and into that northwest corner. Wyvern's Archer does not have jump jets. It is a 5.8, but it does not have jump jets. So I'm thinking here, and we can scamper over this direction kind of and come up the west side for a flank. Oh, they've already got a galleon and a darter over there. And last but certainly not least is Earl Sinclair in the Atlas. And where do we want to put him? Guess he can start here and work his way through this alley up to here. Yeah, I think that's the plan. And they deployed a bunch of stuff after I did that, but we've won initiative going into round 1, so they have to move first. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this was just a straight battle. First one to 50% loses. destroy, cripple, or force withdrawal of 50% of the infantry, the Op-4, and the irregulars. So the naval units actually do not count towards that objective. Good to know. We'll have... Ooh, we've got eyes on this spot from over here. So yeah, we'll go ahead and run instead of sprinting. Earl was going to make his way up here. We can then start laying into the cargo mech. Petra was going to go this way. Some of the high-end case reduces damage. Yeah, but he doesn't have that. He's got regular case. I'm not a fan of case overall. I am a fan of case overall. It can save a mech, especially in a campaign situation like how we play, or at least how I play. I feel like it's pretty invaluable to saving a mech that would otherwise be scrap. Demolition mech fails to turn on ice, falls 0 levels on its center torso for 4, down to 6 armor. Hurts the pilot, needs a 3 to stay conscious, gets a 5. Skids for 0 damage, and I believe we'll need to make a critical check at the end of the round. Warwolf. Yarvik. Sorry, the resolution on my screen is not the best either. It looked like it said War at first, and then it looked like it said Ivan, now it looks like it says Yarvik. We are more interested in killing the UAC field gunners, I think. And we've got them on 11s. Which is not the best. 11s and 9s. We'll do single shots at 9s, just to be heat neutral. Actually, what we should have done, we should have kept one of the large lasers silent and done all the ultra autos. Alright, for the unit cargo mech, we need 6s. For the coolant truck, we need 5s. The cargo mech is, what, 70 tons? Yeah, the coolant truck is 30 tons, 300 points. Movement 4-6, movement 3-5, 500 battle value. Yeah, we will go ahead and we'll take the 6s against the uni cargo mech and some 8s. And another 8. And we'll skip one of the mediums, actually. So we can get a pair of 8s and be 4 over with the missiles. Petra has no targets, it looks like. And Wyvern. We'll go range high-low. Wyvern has no targets either, he said, before he checked out the Pompier. We've got the Pompier on 9s. We will go ahead and try to be heat neutral for that. Yeah, we'll go 2 heat over on 9s. Alright, the field gunners. Landing, autocannon 5 hits to Yarvik's right torso and center torso, down to 16 and 24 armor there. Yarvik at the field gunners, missing with everything. Man, if we had fired just the ultra autocannons, we would have gotten a couple of hits, it looks like. Earl at the cargo mech, hits it in the right rear leg, critting on the upper leg, hits it in the right torso. Hits it in the front right leg, down to 22, hits it in the right torso, down to 7. Missed with all the missiles. The autocannon 5 field gunners missing Yarvik on 12s. Wyvern at the Pompier on 9s. Would have hit the right leg. Oh. Are we not going to do any damage to the Pompier because of the building. That's a shame. MegaMek needs a pair of 7s to stay standing and gets a pair of 8s, so good on him. Physical attacks, I think we've got nothing. Earl's at 4 heat, Wyvern's at 2, Demolition Mech, which fell earlier, gets no crits. So we've lost initiative going into round 2. We're at 99.6%. They're at... Wait, we did some damage to them, didn't we? Primary op4 is at 100%. Op4 infantry is at 100%. Oh, the irregulars are at 96%. I missed that the first time through. So we've lost initiative. We'll have Yarvik moving, I guess, the long way around. He can always flip his arms if he needs to. Petra can get eyes on, almost get eyes on the crosscut. Yeah, I think almost getting eyes on the crosscut is the best we're gonna get. Let's see, Wyvern. We'll save Earl for last. Wyvern will go ahead and advance in this direction. I had originally been thinking about jagging him down into this corner and then heading north, but I think just turning north at this point here is probably more effective. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And last but again not least, Earl will be running to be moderately evasive, and it looks like he's actually not going to have a shot on anyone, which is a dang shame. Demolition Mech fails to stand up, takes 4 to the center torso, down to 2 armor, needs a 5 to stay conscious, gets an 11. Demolition Mech falls again, taking 4 to the left arm, takes a 3rd consciousness check, needs a 7, gets a 10. Let's see. Yarvik has eyes on these field gunners, the autocannon 5 field gunners. Oh, Looney Tunes mech. I had to allow the term loony. I did not realize that was offensive. Especially not in this context. Yeah. Tried to get up 3 times and hurt the pilot 3 times. That did not go well for him. Okay, so we've got the field gunners on 9s. And I think that's going to be 9s all around. We'll go mode for ultra and fire. We'll go mode for ultra and fire. Oh, no, we've only got the left arm. Dang. Okay, well, we'll go ultra and fire on 9s. Oh, dang it, we could have flipped arms and gotten him with both, I think. Yeah, he's in our rear arc for sure, when we're not torso twisted. Earl has... Where's the next target button? We've got the coolant truck. No, we've got the uni, the Jabberwocky, blocked by terrain, full platoon. Yeah, no, they've successfully cut Earl out of the equation this turn. Petra at the Jabberwocky. We've got the PPCs on 8s, which means everything else is going to be on 7s. We'll do 1 PPC. We'll do all the mediums. We've got the smalls on 11s. We've got the SRMs. That puts us at 1 heat over. And Wyvern does not have anyone in range at this current moment. So we're actually only firing with half of our forces this turn. Only 2 mechs out of 4. And one of those mechs is only firing with half of his guns. The large laser kills 4 troopers. The ultra autocannon 5 kills 8 troopers, leaving 16 guys alive, which is still enough to fire 2 of their autocannon 5s. Petra, missing with the PPC, landing the autocannon 10 to the right torso, critting on his arresting hoist. Medium lasers to the center torso, destroying his searchlight and going internal and critting on his environmental ceiling. Medium laser to the left arm, the smalls both miss, and the SRMs, 4 of them hit to the right torso, going internal, to the head, forcing his first consciousness check, to the right torso again, and the center torso critting on his engine. Jabberwocky needs a 7 to stay standing, gets an 8, because apparently industrial TSM adds to your PSR ratings. That I did not know. That makes me like industrial TSM a lot less now. If we kick this building, it goes down. That's worth doing. Wyvern is not worth kicking any buildings. Building destroyed due to damage. That should clear up a little bit of room. Everyone's cool except for Petra at 1 point of heat, and the demolition mech, due to falling, gets his right arm blown off. So we need to kill him before he kills himself. We're at 99.6%, they're at 86.8%. They've got 1 heavy damage and 1 crippled, 1 moderate damage. All from the irregulars, who are down to 90% of their forces. Yarvik will continue advancing in this direction at a running pace. Earl will hold off. Wyvern will make his way this direction. Or do we? They all seem to be in the center of the map. I think it might be better to go this direction. We don't have eyes on anything this turn, but it puts us in a better position to flank this center group of guys next turn. And who knows, we might get a shot. Oh, the Jabberwocky has strayed out in front of us. He is going to make us spend a turn killing him. Well, if that is what he wants, then that is what he will get. And of course, Petra and the Banshee, of course, not to be outdone, is going to have shots on the cargo mech as well. Alright, Yarvik, who do you have shots on? You've got shots on the field gunners on 11s and 9s. We'll do both large lasers, we'll do both ultras on 9s. Hopefully we don't jam or nothing. The Jabberwocky, we've got him on 4s. We'll be skipping the LRM, but we'll throw in the SRM. That makes us heat neutral for the turn. We've got the cargo mech on 6s with the PPCs, so that's going to be 5s with everything else. 5s and 9s with the small lasers. Yeah. We could take another PVC shot with a 6, but I don't think it's worth the heat. Wyvern has the Unimech, has the coolant truck on 8s. We could do that. And we'll go 2 heat over for the coolant truck. Hopefully, oh, I saw locked and stunned and all that good stuff. Rifleman, that is Yarvik at the field gunners, missing with both large lasers and all 4 autocannon shots. Earl at the Jabberwocky hits it in the center torso with the LB-10X on the large laser, and the Jabberwocky goes down. The rest of this is overkill. The field gunners shooting at Yarvik need 12s. The coolant truck firing at Earl needs 7s and misses. Petra at the cargo mech hits it in the right torso, critting on its cargo and its lift hoist. Oh, it's got partial cover from us. That's a shame. Medium laser to the left torso, medium laser to the right torso, medium laser to the legs, or where the legs would be, SRMs to the legs to the head, forcing his first consciousness check, and the left torso. Wyvern at the coolant truck, costing it half its movement points, immobilizing it, stunning the crew, costing it half its movement points, immobilizing it, half its movement points, minus a movement point, but not getting the kill. The cargo mech, which gets its quad bonus, needs a 7, gets a 7 to stay standing. Earl's got no physical attacks. Wyvern's got no physical attacks. Rifleman is at 2 heat. Wyvern is at 2 heat. Petra is at 1. We've lost initiative going into round 4. We've still got reinforcements deploying on round 7. That's approaching faster than I would like. We're at 99.6%. They're at 84.5%. Mainly the irregulars are taking damage. Alright, Yarvik will... Wait, that is level 2, that is level 6. That is greater than we can safely fall. That is level 5 to level 3. We can do that. Okay. Oh, the uni is immobile. Did he hurt himself? Petra in the Banshee will begin advancing across this bridge next turn. In the meantime, we've got eyes on the crosscut. Works for me. Earl, I guess, will be finishing off the cargo mech, which is immobile, locked, and stunned. Oh, I guess the coolant truck is immobile, locked, and stunned. The Unimech is not. Don't cross the bridge, its CF is 100. If I can do it in one turn, because I only weigh 95 tons. If I can do it in one turn, I will be... No, the Banshee won't break it. Banshee should be able to cross. Wyvern can get the Pompier down to 3 hexes. That's close range. That is fantastic. Now, if the Banshee were standing on the bridge and someone tried to cross the bridge past her, then it would break. Or if someone shot the bridge with a medium laser, it would break. Well, I think it would have to be more than a medium laser. Alright, so Yarvik has the crosscut on 12s. We'll go single shot for that, because I don't want to risk jamming it, but I do want to take the shots. We've got Petra at the crosscut. Oh, there's another uni over here that we can hit on 7s. We'll go for the crosscut on 5s for now. 5s and 7s. We'll skip 2 of the mediums so that we can go 3 heat over with the SRMs. Earl at the uni, that's gonna be, I think, basically everything. That's gonna be all on 4s. Oh, not the LRMs, not at this range. Not on a 10. We'll do 1 heat over to fire everything but the LRMs and the rear-facing laser. Wyvern has shots on the Pompier fire mech. On a 3, we've got the mechanized tracked infantry on a 3. We can clean up the mechanized tracked infantry. Actually, we should do that now because they have guns. The Pompier does not. They've got 28 guys. Are they armored? Is that why it says 56? You know what? I'm just gonna play it safe. I'm just gonna fire everything except the lasers. That should be a kill, I think. Yarvik missing the MegaMek on 12s. Petra at the MegaMek. First shot, crits it in the gyro and the engine. Second hit, crits it in the engine, and it blows the heck up. So that is a crosscut off the field. Jump platoons firing laser pistols at Petra's right arm and right torso for 2 damage each. Earl at the cargo mech hits it in the front left leg, on the foot, hits it in the left torso, hits it in the right torso, the front left leg, the rear left leg, the center torso, the rear right leg. The right torso is destroyed by an SRM, which blows off the front right leg, which is going to be an automatic kill, or automatic fall. And then we've got 2 crits on the engine, which results in a cascading engine failure. The uni is down. Wyvern at the track platoon kills 8 guys, 8 guys, 8 guys, 8 guys, and they're dead too. We can kick the coolant truck since it's immobile. We'll hit it for 21 points of damage. Petra has some jump stealth platoon guys. She needs an 8 since she's sharing the hex with them. Wyvern will skip his physical attacks. Alright, Earl, kick the coolant truck in the left side, which destroys it. Petra misses her kick on the infantry, but does not fall down. Wyvern's at 4 heat, Petra is at 3, Earl is at 1 heat, everyone else is running cool for the time being. And we've lost initiative going into round 5. We've got reinforcements coming in a couple of rounds. We're at 99.6%, they're at 79.4%. Specifically, the irregulars are down to 40%. Let's see what else we can do here. Alright. Yarvik coming in for the flank. He's going to be, looks like, out of action for a couple of turns until he can make that corner. Oh no, we've got a Saladin and a couple Galleons. We might be in trouble all of a sudden. Petra. Why can you not... Oh. Climb mode? No. Road TF-150 at level 0. Water depth 1. Heavy bridge, height 1. Oh, the bridge is actually higher than this hex, so she has to go up to get on the bridge. And then down to get off of it. Okay, well, we're not waiting on the bridge for someone to shoot it out from under us. That's not going to happen. We would like to wait for that jump stealth platoon, maybe to do something before we go. So we'll have Earl advance this direction for now. We'll have Wyvern advance on the Pompier. Petra will advance, I guess, 1 hex. Because I don't want to wait on the bridge. Oh, the mechanized stealth platoons are going for Earl. Lovely. Alright, Yarvik, you've got 6s on the Saladin. That's going to be 1 large. That's going to be all the ultras. Mode fire, 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 and we'll fire the small one of 10, sure. Just to go 1 heat over. Earl has a target, has the demolition mech, which is immobile. Or we've got the uni on 6s. Let's go for the uni. 6s and looks like 8s. Let's skip the large laser this turn, actually. We'll do the LRMs on a 7 and the SRMs on an 8, and that makes us heat neutral. Petra's got the demolition mech on 8s for the head, 1s on the center torso. Yeah, let's go ahead and shoot out that center torso. On 1s, we'll skip one of the PPCs again. 1s and 3s. We'll go 1 heat over just to try to knock out the demolition mech. Wyvern at the Pompier. Gonna try to knock him out on all 2s. We'll skip one of the launchers. Alright, Rifleman at the Saladin immobilizes it with his first hit. The large laser missed, but the autocannons hit him in the front, the right side, and the right side critical, destroying the Saladin. He will get a chance to return fire, though, and he misses with a 3. He needed a 6. Earl at the other uni hits it in the front right leg, critting on the hip and upper leg. Hits it in the front right leg again with a medium laser. Front right leg with another medium laser, down to 7 armor. 3 SRMs down to the right rear left leg, the center torso, and the front left leg. Not again. It was the front right leg that we hit. The laser jump stealth platoon is firing its blazer pistols at Earl, hitting him in the left arm, the center torso, and the right torso, but he's not super damaged. The bridging mechanized track platoon firing at Earl, hitting him in the left torso, costing him an edge to transfer a damaging hit to the head to the right arm. Petra firing at the demolition mech, hits it in the center torso with a PPC and the LB-10X, and the demolition mech goes up catastrophically. The Galleon hits the Rifleman in the right torso with a medium pulse laser. Wyvern at the Pompier keeps hitting the danged building. The Pompier is taking no damage, but the building is down to 50 construction factor. Maybe we can kick it or something. The autocannon 5 field gunners hit Wyvern in the left torso for 5, down to 19 armor. Set the building on fire and leave it to collapse. Unfortunately, I did not load any Inferno ammo into this mech. I should have. The cargo mech falls on a 10, takes 7 to the left torso and center torso. Needs a 10 to avoid hurting the pilot. Gets the 10, surprisingly. Can we stomp on the bridging platoon? They've got this lower modifier, so I only need a 6. Wyvern can kick the building on an automatic success. The Pompier misses its punch at us. We kick the building for 14. It's down to 36. We did step on the tracks platoon, killing 4 guys, leaving 8 of them alive. Petra is at 1 heat, Wyvern is at 2, Yarvik is at 1, everyone else is running cool. Cargo mech takes a crit to its lifting hoist again. Or I guess that's the other one. Alright, round 6, and we have 1 initiative. Units deploying next round. We're at 98.7%, Team 2 is at 74.5%. The primary op4 is at 77%, op4 infantry is at 89%, op4 regulars at 27%. Reinforcements still at 100%, naval units at 49%, and holding. Alright, Yarvik, what have you got? Let's maybe try to get eyes down this flank, and maybe hit a galleon on the way. What did we spot? We spotted some field gunners. Oh, we've got 2 galleons. Petra should be able to sprint across. without breaking the bridge. It's construction factor 100, 100, and 100. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, yes, that's gonna be a sprint. She won't be able to shoot. That's fine. Earl will step forward. And yeah, we'll turn this way. We'll start taking out these infantry units, I guess. Wyvern will start breaking away from the Pompier and heading towards this foot platoon. But not so much so that we can't attack you can't target ignite. Actually, let me check. Target. Hex 1623 to ignite. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. The question is, though, would it be better to just collapse the building at this point, since we've already got it down to 36 points? And then it'll fall on him and deal some damage, whereas if we're trying to ignite it, are we still dealing damage to the building on our unsuccessful ignition attempts? Absolutely collapse? Okay, we can do that. Although my question does stand. If we were to try to ignite it, would our misses still be damaging the building? Alright, we'll shoot 9 SRM4s. I don't think they'll damage. Okay. Well, this will collapse the building, I'm relatively sure. Alright, so we've got mod +2, mod +2, armor 107, internal 15, 107, internal 15. So it doesn't really matter which one we shoot at. They're both 7s, so we should be able to hit either one. 7s and 9s. And we'll throw in the small laser on the 7 as well. Let's see. Petra has no attacks because she sprinted. Earl is kind of getting overwhelmed a little bit by all these little peons. Do we take out the cargo back? I think that's what Petra's gonna do next turn. So we will target the jump platoon with some cluster munitions. And the small laser and the SRMs. Everything else can go at the MASH truck on 5s. That puts us 1 heat over. I like that. Alright, jump stealth platoon laser pistols at Earl's left leg and left arm for 2 points each. Bridging platoon missing with their pulse laser rifles, needed a 6, got a 4. Wyvern, now that he's putting his mind to collapsing the building, is actually doing a really good job of it. The MASH truck hitting Earl in the left arm and left leg with small laser fire. Galleon hitting Yarvik in the right leg with a medium pulse laser. Yarvik returning fire at the other tank. That was number 2 that hit him. We're firing at number 1. We hit him in the right side and the front with ultra autocannon fire. We hit him in the front and the front with ultra autocannon fire, costing him 3/4 of his movement points. And a medium laser to the right side, down to 8 armor. Autocannon 5 field gunners hit Wyvern in the right arm. He's down to 17 armor. The Galleon hits Rifleman in the left arm with a medium pulse laser, down to 14. Earl only kills 3, 4, 5, 6 troopers with the LBX, the small laser, and the SRMs. I was hoping for a little bit more. Missed with the large laser, medium lasers to the front, the left side, costing in a movement point, front again. The Pompier is inside a building that collapses. He takes 11 damage to the right arm and right torso, and left arm and left torso. So he is badly hurt now. Wyvern can now punch the Pompier on 3s using the rear kick table. And we kicked him in the right leg, which destroys it. We punched him in the right leg, which destroys it and transfers into the right torso rear. We punched him in the left leg, which destroys it and transfers into the left torso rear. He then falls down because he has no legs. Takes 2 damage to the left leg, which transfers to the left torso. Needs a 20 to avoid hurting the pilot. Rolls a 9. Needs a 3 to stay conscious. Gets a 10. So cool. Yeah. Okay, so the fire mech goes to Wyvern because it's going to eject now. Yarvik is at 2 heat, Earl is at 1, everyone else is running cool. The Pompier takes a crit on its environmental ceiling and its Beetle active probe, which I didn't even know it had. We're at 97.5%. We've lost initiative. They're at 71.25%. They've won initiative by process of elimination. Yarvik will continue moving in this kind of direction, maybe meandering his way down to here for a flank. In the meantime, I kind of want to keep shooting at those galleons. One of which is down to 1/4 of its movement points, if I could figure out. It was Galleon 1 that I had hit before. Is now a 2-3. The other one is a 7-11. Petra will be getting in behind the cargo mech with all of her medium lasers. Earl might actually just... let's do Wyvern first. Okay, yeah, the Pompier ejected. We'll attack these foot platoons, maybe. And then Earl, I think we'll back up and try to hit these jump stealth platoons. Now, real quick, let me just double check the objectives here. Op 4 infantry, primary op 4 irregulars, 50%. We may have already done that. /check BV. Destroyed by ejection. Yes, we know. Let me see this over here. Alright. For infantry is still at 87%. Up for irregulars is at 21%. That was... Primary op 4 is at 60%. Okay. Oh, we've got reinforcements here. We've got a longbow, a crusader, and a longbow. A warhammer, a crusader, and a longbow. Is that what I said? That's what I meant to say. But it may be too late for them, because we might be about to finish this battle this turn. We've got this galleon on 7s. We've got that galleon on 5s. We will do the 5s. Actually, we'll do 1 large. We'll do 2 ultras and 2 mediums and the small on a 7. That puts us at 3 heat over. Earl will be firing on the mash truck, I think, with everything on 3s and 5s, I think. 3s and 6s. And a 5 with the LRMs, and that puts us 3 heat over, which is fine by me. Petra at the uni will be firing a PPC on 7s, everything else on 4s. And Wyvern at the foot platoon on 1s. We will let our mech cool down a little bit. There's no point in building up any heat for that shot. The best moments usually involve buildings. I do like to push I do like to do push attacks into buildings. Nice. Yeah, I think I've only had someone pushed off the map 1 time, but yeah. destroying buildings out from under people, that's always a lot of fun. Rifleman at the Galleon hits it in the left side with a large laser and the ultra auto. Front with an ultra auto cannon. Medium laser to the left side down to 0 armor. Medium laser down to the front. And small laser to the front down to 2 armor. Nuts. Ultra autocannon 5 infantry at Yarvik hit him in the left torso, the right arm, the center torso. Would have been the center torso critical, but goes to the left torso, the right leg, and the left torso. Man, those guys hit me for 30 points of damage on 6s. That hardly seems fair. That hurt. Earl at the mash truck, still firing cluster munitions. At the mash truck hits it in the front down to 1 structure. We hit it in the front again. Yes, we got it with a medium laser. The mash truck is no more. Stealth platoon hits Earl in the center torso and right arm with laser fire. Warhammer 6R hits Yarvik in the left arm from the right side. Would have been the right torso critical. Hit him with a PPC. Another PPC to the right arm down to 4 and 5 armor on those arms. Galleon missing on a 4th, thankfully. Petra at the cargo mech hits it in the center torso rear, critting on the gyro and the engine. Critting on the engine again, and the cargo mech goes catastrophic. The cargo mech, okay, medium lasers to the cargo mech, medium lasers to the cargo mech, small lasers, SRMs at the cargo mech. The mash truck missing on 11s. Wyvern at the foot platoon kills all of them. The Crusader hits Wyvern in the right torso with some LRMs. Hits him in the left torso and left leg with some more LRMs. Longbow hitting Earl with 4 LRMs to the chest, 12 LRMs to the legs, 12 LRMs to the legs and right torso. We're going to have some piloting checks to make this turn. The Galleon number 102, our GAL 102, hits Yarvik in the center torso with a medium pulse laser. Yarvik needs a 6 due to taking 40 plus damage, gets a 9. Earl needs a 5, gets an 8. Wyvern needs a 4, gets a 7. And those reinforcements are really starting to show up. We can kick him on a 7, sure, we'll try that. We did kick him. We killed 4 guys to the jump platoon. There are now 11 guys alive. Their reinforcements are starting to heat up. They're at 3 heat for the longbow and the warhammer. The Crusader with double heat sinks is not heating up. Earl and Yarvik are both at 3 heat as well. Okay. So it's primary op4 infantry, and op4 irregulars that we need to worry about. So primary op4 is at 1400. Op4 infantry is at 934. And the irregulars are at 0 of 25. I'm going to need a calculator for this one. Give me just a minute, you guys. While I figure out how to do this. So that is 1412. Let me open parentheses. 1412 plus 934 plus 0, close parentheses, divided by, open parentheses, 2532 plus 1201 plus 2572. Close parentheses, and I am showing they are at 37.2% of their forces, which is good enough for me. The naval units were not part of this, the reinforcements were not part of this. This was quite simply just to destroy them, and we effectively have. Victory slash. Okay, everyone admits defeat, and we can move on. Alright. Yes, we always save the salvage. We always save it under our name for simplicity's sake. We got some kills to mete out, and yes, we controlled the battlefield. They had reinforcements, but we drove them off. That's how I'm gonna rule it. No one got hurt. Fair number of enemies escaped. Not a big deal. Not all of them. We're not worried about salvaging anything, I don't think, except maybe... Well, if the MASH truck was salvageable, I would consider that. But that's about it. We did capture Max MekHQ of the coolant truck. Bunch of infantry guys. We did capture some foot platoon guys, some more foot platoon guys. Quite a few of them. And some more mechanized track platoon guys. And the Saladin guy. Okay. Well, we captured some guys. Yes, I know. The Pompier goes to Wyvern, because the building collapsed on him and he ejected. That gives Petra 3 kills. That gives Wyvern 3 kills. That gives Earl 4 kills, and that gives Wyvern... Wait, Wyvern got 3 kills. Yarvik got 1 kill. So that is some good XP for our dear commander. We did force withdrawal of 50% of those forces. No big deal. We'll just call that a regular victory because the reinforcements were kind of on the way. That is irregular forces completed. Next mission is going to be destroy grounded dropship, which we're going to have to deploy from the TO&E. That was a nice mission. It was. We did take some damage to Yarvik's mech, but nothing too extreme. We've still got some repairs to knock out real quick from our last mission. Yeah, I think repairs is how we're going to finish this off. Hoser is up to 50 XP. He needs 10 more to get his sniper ability. Petra is at 32 XP. She needs 8 more to get another point of leadership, which is what I think the next move is going to be for her. So that's nice. Yarvik is at 20 XP. He could increase his piloting. I think we're going to do that. Scarponi is also capable of increasing his piloting at the moment, and he is 13 away from increasing his gunnery instead. Zero Chew, I think, would like to also spend for piloting. Nairn Limbrick is 9 away, I think, from becoming an elite pilot. Victor Rama is 6 away from becoming an elite pilot. Frederick French is 12 away from improving his piloting and becoming a 2-2 pilot, or 32 away from becoming a 1-3 pilot. Woover sniping, yes, indeed. I'm looking forward to that probably almost as much as you are. Yeah, that's going to be exciting. Let's see, the Warhammer, can we repair this ERPVC? It looks like we can. Is that going to be an Ediborg job? Oh, she can do that on a 1? We don't need to have her spend any extra time on that. She can do that on a 4 in 100 minutes. That is fixed, son. 270 minutes on the right arm on a 4. That leaves her with 110 minutes. And that is the Warhammer down to light damage. And I think everything else is just going to be armor. So we'll have Chris knock out some armor jobs on 3s and 4s. Who have we got? Shada's got 5 XP. Dulfikar has 5 XP. Dulfikar is going to be our ammo guy for this little bit. Where did Dulfikar go? He had 120 minutes. Didn't he? Okay, well, Shada, I guess, will be our next ammo person. Oh, Hosers needs a new PPC. That's a shame. We can have Chris do that in most of a day on a 4. And she gained an XP for it. Very nice. Who have we got with 25 minutes? No one? Probably not. We'll have B knocking out the little jobs. And gaining XP on the big jobs, apparently. That was B, and ooh, Penny can also start on some of these little jobs. Where did he go? I had another tech with 5 XP. He just disappeared while I was doing reloads with him. Shada. Okay, there we go. The quick draw is gonna need an actuator. Marauder's gonna need some ammo. The Spider's gonna need some armor. The APC and the longbow are waiting on sensors and a cockpit. Everything else is just armor. So we've got Penny. Should be able to knock those out. We've got 70 minutes left. That's 50, that's 60. Oh, that's Shasa, not Shada. Malika is getting close up there too. So we can have her knock some of these out. Oh, on a 7+. Board. Would like to knock that out on a 6? No, really not. Not until several tries in. And we've got an actuator. We'll have Jamel do that. Warhammer is all armor. That's going to be Shasa, I think, on that one. Malika on those two. 110 minutes can go to Fred Modry. 70, that's 165 minutes. Can go to Halima on a 4 and a 5. Grasshopper. I'll have Shasa knock out this 10-minute job, or try to. I'll have Tamalika try this 10-minute job and get it. We've got 25 minutes on the left torso. Guillaume has 17 XP, so that makes him a good candidate. Loney has 32, that makes him a better candidate. 160, 150. There's Loney with his 32 XP. And we could just knock out a bunch of these jobs. We got with 105. Guillaume can do that. Spider needs 50 minutes. We can have Shada do that. Okay, and now all we need is the cockpit and the longbow, which I want to spend as much time as necessary on. Have Susan do that over the course of 3 days on a 4+. Alright, so that is that. The sensors are being worked on. We finally managed to advance the day beyond the first. Mariana is on deployment. They'll be back shortly. Everyone else is ready to roll. So we've got destroy grounded dropship on the 5th. I think that's going to be another Mariana Lance or Galatea Lance. Or Tonga Lance, excuse me. Convoy Escort, that can be Galatea or Aleutian Lance. That's not until the 6th. Which means that we've got the other one of Galatea or Aleutian to start exploring. Or we can send Mariana or Tonga. Mariana or Tonga to this mech base and hopefully stop them from getting any more reinforcements after this. I think that's actually going to be our priority. And then we can finish exploring this area. We can locate and capture or destroy the last designated facilities. As long as we keep our victory points above 1. Wait, we should have a support point. We should have a support point from rescuing that MASH truck at the beginning of the episode. That said, I think this is a good stopping point, so I'm going to go ahead and save July 2nd for the first time. What date does the contract end? We are currently slated to end November 6th of this year, which is July, August, September, October, November, 4 months from now. Not that I expect it to last 4 months. We've got a 3-day deployment period, and we've only got maybe a dozen more deployments to clear this area out. We've got 2 lances doing it, so that's going to be, what, 6 cycles at 3 days each? That's 18 days. We could if we get lucky, we could have this done within a month, depending on how things go. Depending on how much repairs we need, depending on a couple of other factors, but for the most part, I don't think that having this done before August is out of the question. In August, that is kind of the plan. I would love to, because we've got this little thing going on up here, not far from where we're at on Santander 5, which is currently still independent, but for who knows how much longer. In the meantime, thank you guys for joining me. It's been a real pleasure. Don't forget to like, comment, follow, subscribe, join the community. Discord link is in my bio. Thank you all for joining me. Have a good day, have a good weekend, have a good week. We'll see you next time. And I think I'm going to try to raid Big Fluffy. Okay, raid has been created. Are we ready to go? Y'all have a good one. We'll see you next time.